Alright everyone, welcome back to another Subnautica video. My name Mike is it's like in the whale. The setup kind of crusty. It's kind of crusty, I'm not gonna lie. But y'all can't see it right now, so it's okay. Biggest mod I wanted to look at today was primarily the what was it called? It's called the Sock Fauna mod, I think, I'm pretty sure. But it adds 4 creatures from the original Socknautica mod. From that Socknautica mod that added all the different vehicles, creatures, all that stuff to Subnautica, and it was only on Legacy. This mod basically just brings 4 creatures from the Socknautica mod into the 2.0 version of Subnautica, which is really nice because as far as I know, there's nothing from Socknautica that's on 2.0. Everything is kind of just stuck on Legacy. So, you know, seeing stuff get ported from Legacy to 2.0 is really nice. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into it because I'm trying to find these creatures. I don't know where they are. All right, so the first creature that we're gonna be looking for, and the first creature on this list that got added, is gonna be the Abyssal Blaza. So if you know from the Bloop and Blaza mod, the Bloop is like that really fat whale looking creature with the open mouth, and the Blaza is the other one that's like a snake kind of, but he's only found in the caves. But the Abyssal Blaza is apparently found, it says it's common in the Grand Reef, so we're gonna head over to the Grand Reef. We're gonna see if we can spot him over there. I don't know if these creatures have their own custom sound effects, though I imagine they do, because the Socknautica mod did have like some amazing quality. I really hope the whole mod gets ported over. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. We're gonna spawn him in. Spawn Abyssal Blaza. Ooh, there he is. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Look at your eyeball. Hold on, pause, hold on. Speed 0. We got to take a good look at you, sir, because I actually haven't seen any of the creatures from the Socknautica mod, because technically these creatures aren't new. They aren't new, technically speaking, because this mod has already been out. It's been out for Legacy. But I haven't seen anything from the Socknautica mod because, you know, I just never really bothered to look into it and stuff. But this is our little Abyssal. This is our Abyssal Blaza. Gosh, I can't speak. Wow, he's all the way over here. Look at his, if I come all the way to his tail, I can't even see his head. That's how long this dude is. Pause. I don't know what that part is called, but you can see that little part changes color as you get further and further around his, you know, body, because it gets this darker red, and then it's sort of like pinkish magenta. Got this purple, and then I guess it ends at purple. Yeah, it ends in purple. I'm gonna spawn a vehicle in because I want to see if he can actually grab me. He looks way different though than the original Blaza Leviathan, because the original Blaza Leviathan has like his entire body is solid, like you can't see through anything. It just looks like a big old snake. But this one has some like translucent parts of the body where you can actually see through, so that's cool. Is translucent the right word? I think it's the right word. I don't know. Hopefully he does some damage to it instead of just completely destroying it in like 2 seconds. All right, let's see. Why does he swim like that? Okay. Yep, go ahead and get out of that, because he's gonna eat that up. Yep, he just gobbled up. He does have his own custom sounds. You all heard that. Oh my gosh, why are you moving so fast? His entire body doesn't seem to have a hitbox either. It seems to just be mainly near his head, sort of like how the Reaper is. Okay, I guess he can't grab the Cyclops. I mean, he ain't doing nothing with it. And it's not even like popping up on the little radar like he can damage it either, so I don't know. I guess he can't grab it. I hate the way he moved that. I hate the way he moves, bro. It's so nasty. Okay, what's the death animation look like? You insta-kill? Okay, you don't insta-kill. I still got some health. Okay, never mind. All right, there I go. So our next creature is going to be the Ancient Bloop, another large and I'm guessing aggressive Leviathan. And it says they typically spawn in pairs. It doesn't say where they're actually, like where their biome is. So I can really go and look for them. So I'll just spawn 2 in just so we can see them. That's the Ancient Bloop. He looks, this is why, again, I wish I had the other mod installed so we could see, like, compare these two. But the freaking Ancient Bloop, I'm gonna get a picture of the regular Bloop Leviathan. Like, this is the Bloop after he hit the gym, lost some weight. Like, is he aggressive? He's aggressive. He's still aggressive. Okay, he's still trying to eat me. He's on his same bull crap. Shoot, he went to the gym, went through that whole self-improvement process, but he's still on the same crap. Ain't that crazy? Hey, low-key, he looks like a big old skeleton. I'm just phasing. These sound effects are crazy. Look at him both trying to absorb somebody. Okay, he got me. He has the same glowing eyes that the regular Bloop has, but obviously he now has an actual mouth, and he can actually close that mouth now, which is crazy. He's got all these little teeth in here. He's got double mouth action. Are you a freaking xenomorph? Get the freak out of here. What? Okay. Bro's just got a freaking air horn in his body. I don't know why he has that in there, but I mean, shoot, if that's what he wants to go around and eat, I ain't gonna stop him, shoot. He's got a mouth, he's got a nice little appearance. He sort of looks like a, you know what he resembles right now? Like from this view right here, he looks like a mosasaurus, I think that's the right dinosaur that I'm talking about. Let me look it up just to make sure. He's got all these these look like shells, to be honest, like actual like seashells all over his body. And then you got his skin underneath. And then he's got these fat freaking, fins that aren't actually the same color as his body. Instead, they're this really light green, actually lime green color, which is, interesting to look at, I guess. I mean, it really makes the parts of his body jump out at you. Though his head looks like he definitely does not look like he'd still be like absorbing things with his mouth like he normally does. He looks like he would like be ramming into stuff, because his skin is all hardened. His head looks like it's more skeletal, sort of like the bone shark. So he definitely looks like he'd be either ramming into stuff or using his mouth to bite things instead of just doing that whole I'ma eat everything. Like, no. All right, I'll let y'all be a little pair and do whatever y'all want to do, because it says, y'all do tend to swim in pairs, so keep doing that. I'm gonna leave you all alone now. Yep, look at them swimming away together. All right, so our next creature is going to be the Mirage Fish, found in isolated remote areas, and it's waiting for a meal. Yeah, waiting for a meal is freaking crazy work. We're gonna spawn him in though, see if he gonna get a meal off of me. Okay, it definitely does look like a giant anglerfish. That's exactly what it looks like, actually. Does he have the light on his head? He does have the light on his head, okay. I don't know what's on his teeth. His teeth look like they're rusted over or something. Look at this dude's mouth. Oh, that's terrifying. That is terrifying. Make it nighttime? Oh yeah, that's scary. That is scary. And his eyes light up the area. What is he eating? What the freak is he doing? He looks like he's biting onto something. I mean, he's not really doing anything else aside. He's just eating the fish around me, but he's not eating anything else. Let me spawn my sea moth and see if he can bite that. He's just swimming like in a straight line. Like he's not even... And his roar is really like, it's loud and scary, but it's also really short. Okay, there we go. Does he not even like acknowledge me as like a worthy enough meal? Because as soon as I spawned the sea moth, then he went straight after it, but he can't grab it either. Which is kind of strange, considering, well, actually, no, it's not that strange because his mouth isn't like enclosed. It looks really hard to like grapple onto anything. So I mean, that's interesting. He's really not going after me. All right, and our last creature is going to be called the Lost Oculus. Now it does say you can find them in the Lost River, and it also says they're found in like groups, Lost River and caves, but I don't know if I want to go all the way down there because I'm gonna have to come back up anyways. Oh, okay, it's not really anything that crazy. It's literally just an Oculus, except its eye is actually orange this time instead of it being, what, isn't the Oculus' eye purple, I think? Because his eye almost looks like it's infected with something. Like, look at that. Look at the center of his eyeball. It looks like it's infected with something. I'm getting like Gears of War, Lambent vibes. That's the type of vibes I'm getting from this eye right now. Okay, well, I also can't pick them up either, so not as impressive as the other, 3 creatures that we just looked at, but it's still something to look at. But it is going to be our last creature for this Socknautica creature mod that adds 4 new creatures into the game from the Socknautica mod, which is kind of nice because I never got to see that mod, so this is my first time seeing creatures from that specific mod, so hopefully I get to see more in the future. So our next 2 mods, I'm actually going to show them together because they're sort of like intertwined, sort of like linked together and whatnot, so yeah. So the first one is called Better Nuclear Reactors, and the second one is called Better Power Info Continued. Now, I think the Better Power Info mod had already existed before, but it kind of just got like a big ol' update for 2.0, so now it works properly. I think. Yep, we can see. All right, so it basically gives you a really nice breakdown of, what's consuming energy in your base and how much of it it's actually consuming, what the specific item is. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to show on the left-hand side what's producing energy as well. Oh, okay, there we go. I figured it out. So you have to press P. So if you, okay, yeah, you can see it at the very top. So you can see the green is showing how much power is being generated for the base, and the red is how much is getting consumed. And then if you press P, it'll actually show you like a big old breakdown of all the things that you have generating power and what's draining. So you can see I have all those solar panels, but some of them are completely empty. Nuclear reactors inactive, bioreactors inactive. But yeah, all this mod really does, but it's a really nice sort of like, I wouldn't even say like complex. It's not that complex, but it gives you a complex reading of your base. What's all being consumed as far as energy goes and how much you're producing, so you aren't like, you're not consuming more than what you're actually producing, so it lets you be a little more efficient with your energy usage. And my energy just went down. Actually, what the freak is going on out there? All right, and the other mod, the better nuclear reactor mod, just improves the nuclear reactor by doing sort of the same thing as this better power mod does, by giving you a more detailed reading of what's actually going on. So we slap it in there, and we can see how much charge the current rod has at 100%. You can see how many spare rods you have, and you can see how much power you have total in that specific fuel rod. So it just, basically shows you the information that the game does not. It said the total power was 30,000. Let's see how much this one has. Oh, it is combined. Okay, cool. So I guess it just shows you total power. Total power combined is just all your nuclear reactor rods in there. So this one has 30,000 because these two were in here. Okay, that was our last little mod. I just want to show those 3 mods, but I mainly wanted to show that the sock fauna mod, because that one had, there was so much going on. Not so much going on, but I just, didn't see any of the creatures from the sock mod before. And I was like, ooh, a new creature mod, finally. I think the Abyssal Blaza had the best look, in my opinion, out of the 4 creatures that we looked at today. Even though the first one, the Abyssal, did I say Abyssal Blaza or Abyssal Bloop? I meant to say, what did I say? The ancient Bloop, that's what I meant to say. The ancient Bloop looked the best. I don't know what I just said. All right, well, other than that, I think that's about all I had for y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.